Hey everyone, welcome back to new series of Python. So in today's video, we will be discussing about the data types. So what is a data type? So basically we can say that it's a classification or categorization how the data is being defined in the Python. And this data type tells what operation can be performed for a particular data. And there are different data types in Python that are numeric, sequence, Boolean, and dictionary. So let's consider the data type which is numeric data. So even the numeric data is further classified into int, float as well as complex. So the int is nothing but it is represented using int class, and we can say that it contains a positive or negative whole numbers, or we can say that the numbers without fractional part is known as the integer data type. So there is no limit in giving an integer value in Python. So we can just define an integer data type over here. Let's say num is equal to 10. So here we know that the value is an integer value. Now we just need to check the type of this, and that would give a result as class int. So here you can just use the print function, and you can just go with type, and later on give the object over here. So you will get the result that it belongs to an integer. So here you can see it's that simple to get the representation or the class of a data. So this tells what operations can be done for the integer data type. Now the other one is float. So float is nothing but this is represented using the float class, and it is a real number with the fractional part. So if you are just setting the number along with the fractional part, that number will be treated as a float number in Python. And here let's consider what is a variable, and let's give a floating variable, float number over here. Let's say 7.8. It's a float. Now we just need to know the value over here. So here you can see print, we just need to know the type. So you can just use the print function, and if you want to get the type of the data, you can just use the type, and later on you can just provide the object. So the object over here is what, but something is missing over here. This is because indentation. We haven't provided proper indentation. We have provided an extra gap over there, and we can find a small error over there. So currently we have solved that. Now you can just run the file, and here you can see that this belongs to the class float, which is a numeric data type. Now the other one is complex. So complex is very familiar for everyone because we know the complex number can be easily found under the max class and all. Yeah. So we can also manage the complex numbers in Python. So this is represented with the class complex, and this number will have a real part as well as the imaginary part. For example, we can see that 3 plus 4j. So 3 is the real part and 4j is the imaginary part. Now let's consider an example. So let's say that the variable number is equal to 5 plus 9 j. So let's use small letter j over here. And I just need to get the type of this. So you can just print and find the type of the object. And here you can see that, yes, well, we have got the type of this numeric data type as complex. Isn't that simple to manage a data type in Python? Yes. And the other data types are sequence. So under sequence, we have different data types that are string, list, as well as tuple. So a string is a collection of one or more character that is put in a single quote, double quote, or a triple quote. And in Python, there is no character data type, and a character itself is considered as a string in the Python. Now it has got the class as string. Now let's say the variable or let's give the name of our variable as variable itself, and let me assign a string into that. So let's say Cyproses, or for the easy identification, let me change the name of this variable as company, and we just need to know the type of this. So if you want to just find the data type of this variable, use the print function, and you can just use the type and provide the object. So the object is company. So basically the object is a data variable, and here you can print that, and you have got the class as string. Now we can also just deal with the list as well as the tuple. So list is basically just like the array which is declared in the other language, and it is the ordered collections of data which is very flexible to manage in the Python. And now let's define the list. So in order to define the list, we have to use a square bracket. So let me give the variable as list, and yeah, we can just define a list using the square bracket. So here a small mistake due to indentation error. So let's remove that. Let's say a comma 1 comma 2 comma and all. And now I just need to find the type of this data. But here you can see again a small error is there. This is because here we have just provided a string, and we haven't put that string in double quotes, triple quotes, or in single quote. So we know we have to define a string either in double quotes or single quotes or in triple quotes. So currently we have solved that, and you can print that. Now if you want to find the data type, you can just use a print function and go to or use the type. And now we just need to give the object over here. The object is list, and well set, you can see that the class is list. Now we can just go with the other sequence data type, which is tuple. So tuple is actually just like of list, and it will have ordered collections of data. And the only difference between tuple and list is that a tuple is immutable. So we will have a brief video on tuple or list, dictionary and all. So do watch the upcoming videos also. So you will have more clarity on the different data types and the operations that undergo with each data type. So the tuple will have the class as tuple, and basically a tuple is defined using just a bracket. So let's say T is equal to, and you can just provide the bracket over here, and let's say Q, comma, W, or yeah, we have to give the double quotes or single quotes. So let me provide W, comma, I, comma, then what else we have to give? Then you can just put a comma and add the other element. Oh, now if you want to know the data type of this object, and you can just use a print function, then use the type and provide the object, which is T. Now let's print the file, and you can see that the class is tuple. Now we have the Boolean data type. So Boolean data type is nothing but the Boolean object are equal to true, truly true, and false for truly false. I mean falsely false. So this is valid in case if you want to just compare the different values, whether it's true or false and all. And basically it's has a class called bool, and the true and false with capital T and F will be valid in Python. Now let's consider an example over here. Let's say A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. Now let's say C, or the result is equal to A plus B. Now let me consider other R is equal to A less than B, and let's consider other as C is equal to, let's say, A greater than result. Now we can just print everything over here. So here, let's say print, we just need to get the type over here, print type, and you can just provide the object, which is result. Then we just want to know the type as well as the result over there for R and for C also. Now you can just run the file and you can see that we have got everything as bool, but we haven't just printed the result over here. So in order to get the results or find the results, we have to provide the object in the print function. So let me provide the object over here, and let's give the object which is result as well as R, and the other object is C. Well, we have given that, and you can now run the current file, and you can see we have just got the results which are in Boolean, and we know it has got a class bool. Now the final data type is the dictionary. So in dictionary, we can say that actually it's an ordered collections of data, not unordered, and that stores the values that is used for mapping, and it can hold the value in a key value pair, and which is separated by a comma. Now let's check how can we just define a dictionary. So basically a dictionary is defined using curly braces. So let's say the name of the variable as dictionary itself, and let's define the dictionary. So as I just give the curly braces, here you can see that we haven't given any items in the dictionary, and this is an empty dictionary. Now you can just provide the key value pair, that is the items of the dictionary. So let's say that company, then you just need to put a colon, and you can just provide the value, which is the value as fibrosis, and in order to add the other item, you can just put a comma and provide the other key value. Now let's say the venue of the company, so you can give it as Kinfra. When set, we have just given the items of the dictionary. Now we just need to print the type of this object. So if you want to know the type of the object, you can just use the print function. Later on, use the type and you can provide the object over here, and you can see we have successfully got the result, which is having the class as dict. So it's very easy to manage or to know what's a data type in Python. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching.